Welcome to this meditation for understanding the nature of ego and its role in your life. Find a comfortable position that allows you to feel both grounded and alert. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, begin to settle into this space of self-observation. Like a skilled observer watching clouds pass across the sky, we'll practice observing the movements of ego, our sense of self, our stories, our attachments, with gentle curiosity and without judgment. Begin by noticing the constant stream of thoughts that flow through your mind. These thoughts often carry the signature of ego. I want, I need, I should, I'm better, I'm worse. Simply observe these thoughts without trying to change them. Now, imagine you're sitting beside a clear pool of water. This pool represents your consciousness. On the surface, you might see ripples of ego, your reactions, your desires, your fears, your need to be special or right. Watch these ripples move across the surface. Notice how beneath these surface movements, there exists a deeper, quieter awareness. This is the part of you that can observe the ego without becoming entangled in its stories. Bring to mind a recent situation where you felt your ego strongly, perhaps when you felt defensive, superior, inferior, or needed to prove yourself. Rather than judging this experience, observe it with compassion, like watching a scene in a movie. See how the ego tries to protect you, to make sense of the world, to maintain a solid sense of self. It's not your enemy. It's more like an overeager guardian that sometimes forgets to relax. Feel the difference between being caught in ego and observing it. When caught, we're like a wave believing it's separate from the ocean. When observing, We're like the ocean, aware of all waves, but not limited to any of them. Notice how the ego seeks validation, craves recognition, fears rejection. These patterns aren't good or bad. They're simply the ego performing its perceived role in protecting and defining your sense of self. Now, imagine your ego as a young child, trying its best to help you navigate the world. Extend kindness to this part of yourself, even as you recognize that you are more than its limited perspective. Let these gentle reminders settle into your awareness. I am not my ego, but I can understand its purpose. I can observe my ego without being controlled by it. Beneath my ego's activity lies deep peace. I can hold my ego's fears with compassion. I am the awareness that witnesses all experiences. As thoughts or feelings arise claiming to be who you are, practice recognizing them as movements of ego rather than your true nature. Like watching a play, you can appreciate the performance without forgetting you're the audience. Notice how freedom comes not from fighting the ego, but from seeing through its stories. Each time you observe, rather than identify with its movements, you touch a deeper truth about who you are. When you notice ego arising in daily life, in reactions, judgments, or the need to defend your self-image, Remember this space of gentle observation. You can acknowledge ego's presence while resting in your larger awareness. Feel the spaciousness that comes from this understanding. Your ego is like a wave on the surface of your consciousness. It can rise and fall without disturbing your deeper nature. As we prepare to conclude this meditation, take a moment to appreciate both the ego's attempt to help you and your growing ability to see beyond its limited perspective. Begin to deepen your breath, gently moving your fingers and toes. Feel yourself grounded in this understanding that you can work with your ego with wisdom and compassion, neither rejecting nor becoming lost in its stories. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes, carrying this awareness with you. Remember that understanding your ego is an ongoing journey, and each moment of observation brings greater freedom and peace. May this practice help you relate to your ego with wisdom, humor, and compassion.